Happy Homebrew Wednesday, folks. Ryan Patrick Murphy here. Don't actually have any homebrew right now. So I'm here in the Keezer, so I'm gonna depressurize it and give it a shot. So. This is the BSG TruBrew Pale Ale. I believe the number is K24. Oh, got things hooked. There we go. There's a little bit of star sand still in there, so just spray that out. Alright. I did have this pressurized. I kegged this Monday night. Today's Wednesday, obviously, because it's Homebrew Wednesday, but I kegged this Monday night. And then last night I did shake the keg a little bit. I'm just got a little glass. I may end up going to the brew pub later, so I don't want to, I don't want to pregame it because I still have to come back home. This TruBrew kit had a pre-hopped light LME in it, if you remember when I talked about it last. I wouldn't say it's I think it's pale ale by color, not so much by the style we're all familiar with. There were some hop additions, I believe. Let me see if I can grab the instructions. So we see what the ingredients are here. It's had the hopped LME and 2 pounds of DME, some crystal malt, and 1 ounce of Cascade hop pellets. This is a 45-minute boil, and the hopped LME went in at the beginning of the boil. So, and the Cascade hops were in the beginning. So I don't know if that makes a flavor hop then, if the boil's only 45. I think it does. I think it does become a flavor hop. You need that extra time to get to being a bitter or not. This is the first pour on it, so I mean it's not really clear at all. I haven't had a whole lot of time, and since I shook the crap out of it yesterday, so that I would hopefully have it be a little carbonated. Usually it has some, it had some okay head there at first, and there's a little bit of lacing and a little bit of head retention. So check that out. It's very little, but I do smell a little bit of a hoppy aroma in there, just a little bit, which is amazing because the IB is only about 13, so. It tastes a little on the bitter side. Almost like a roastiness to it, which there shouldn't be anything roasty in this beer. I think pretty much all the hops became bittering hops. Not terribly impressed, but it is drinkable, so I'll continue to drink it. And this is the first thing in the keg, so this could be the mutton's yeast too. I might be tasting the yeast. They use mutton's yeast being the first pour. That may be what I'm tasting too. So it's hard to say at this point, but we give it a good shot. It's really, really cloudy, so who knows? Maybe it'll get better with a little time on it. Went to the brew shop today. Didn't buy a recipe kit, but did replace my star sand. A lot of people, they say star sand is really expensive, and this bottle is $23, and it has 32 ounces, I believe, in it. This can last you a long time. My first bottle of this lasted, well, over 2 years. My first bottle I got the first day I went into the brew shop, and that wasn't, I had already been brewing before I went to the local brew shop, but It lasted over 2 years. I like to use distilled water, 5-gallon pail. I have a 5-gallon pail down here that's purely for the star san at this point. And 5 gallons of distilled water, 1 ounce of this, which you got the nice little measuring thing. It could last you a few months. I usually dump it because it looks gross on the bottom from, you know, dust and stuff. Also, they've changed the caps now. They are child-proof. Hopefully they're more resilient to the acid that's in here, because my last bottle, it was eating through the lid. So we'll find out, but it's always good to have this stuff on hand. My all-grain adventure here, which I haven't made a whole lot of progress. I've been testing out the boil pot and the induction cooktop a lot, but I couldn't quite get to a boil, so now I'm trying something new. I bought a roll of this Reflectix insulation. Here's how you spell it. So it looks like, here's what it looks like. It's just, you know, it looks kind of like aluminum foil, except it's, you know, it's thicker, it's spongy, so it insulates. You know, it's insulation. And I got some metallic tape. This is supposed to be good for up to 260 degrees Fahrenheit, I believe. So it should be good enough. I already got 2 layers on the outside of the pot. Let's pick this up real quick. It's pretty heavy. So 2 layers are on here. I need to get some on the lid still. I probably need to do that next, is put some on the lid. I want to almost go for a 3rd layer, but I want to test it out at 2 as well. But I'll need to make sure I have enough to get on the lid once or twice, just so it's the same as the outside. And then I can think about putting a 3rd layer on if I have enough. What else do I got? Oh, I got a little bit of thirst, that's what I got. I don't know about that beer. Hopefully it's just that first drag, you know. The Surly Bender beer that I had fermenting, it is now in secondary as of last night. The pale ale's in the keg, I already knew that. This weekend, I got the next few days off, took some vacation time since I had to work last weekend. I don't normally work on weekends, usually Monday through Friday. But I had to work last Saturday, and I get work 1 extra day in a week, and I get on, it wasn't even a full day, but I get all thrown off, and I don't have my 2-day weekend, so I'm making up for it, just taking a break from work, because, you know, don't want to get burnout or anything, and taking time off is important. And this is the best time to do it, so that's what I did. I'm going to brew a Speckled Heifer, which is Northern Brewer's Spotted Cow clone. It's a pretty good beer. I've brewed it a couple times. Actually, more than that, but one of the times I modified the recipe a little bit because the local brew shop didn't have one of the ingredients. But this time I got the real kit this time. I'm going to brew it up. I think it was just SO5 or USO5 yeast, and I don't remember what else all is in there. It's not a big beer by any means. Very sessionable, kind of a cream ale for those of you who actually probably cream ale is probably the closest y'all get to it. Northern Brewer refers to it as kind of a hybrid beer, and I'm not sure what they think it's a hybrid between, but it's a pretty good lawnmower beer, I think. Has a little bit of a sweetness to it, but not too much. You know, it's not like cloyingly sweet, or, you know, it's not like you're drinking maple syrup or something, or whatever, or sugar water. I mean, it just has a little bit of sweetness to it. It's quite pleasant, so probably do that this weekend. Next week we are less than 2 weeks away. We're, I think, 8 days to go now to the IBM meet. I'll be meeting the Iowa Carver. You guys probably follow him. He's a good guy. Brett's Brewery, which we've met before. He's a pretty cool dude. And Randy Porter, who actually gave me the idea to get this stuff because he does induction cooking. Or he does his brews on an induction cooktop. So that's pretty cool. I've gotten some tips from him, so thanks, Randy. Hopefully his idea works for me. If not, I'll just have to wait till I get a house or something and I can use a burner outside. I got a good pot for that, so. Anyway, that's all I got for you this week, folks. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to comment and hit like. It does help me out. I usually don't try to ask for comments and all that too much, but really, guys, it does help me. Don't comment on the Facebook post of it. Come into YouTube, comment, tell me you like it, tell me you don't like it. Either way, it helps. I can try to make a better video for you. So cheers, 17. We'll see you next week for episode 99. See you later, folks.